Hackman is with us tonight. He is, as you know, one of Hollywood's finest actors, attested to by the fact that he was an Academy Award winner, and his latest film called The Conversation premieres around the country on April the 7th. Would you welcome Gene Hackman? It's been a long time since you've been here, hasn't it?
It's been a year, exactly.
Good to see you again.
Yes, thank you. Nice to see you. What a nice, funny show it is. Really, you guys
You know
are
what?
terrific.
What?
Can I say something?
Certainly.
You're my favorite actor. No, you really are. I was talking to the guy on the phone today from your office, Johnny's office, about it. And the reason is there's another guy, Donald Pleasance, who does the same thing for me. I don't know how old Donald Pleasance is. He could be 804, he could be 21. No matter what he does, he's never Donald Pleasance. He always becomes that character, and that's what you do. No matter what character you play, you're not Gene Hackman. You're like that character. Robert Redford's always pretty, always Robert Redford. But you're that character.
I didn't say that. You did.
No, I mean, you know, Robert Redford's a great actor. He's one of my favorites, too. But I'm saying...
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you very much.
That was my opening statement to you, Gene. Exactly what, I don't really have anything else to volunteer tonight, and it's been wonderful having you on the show. Thank you, McLean. Took my whole interview right there.
George, what do you got to say?
George
is marvelous. We had his album, Occupation Fool,
yeah.
and we didn't know what it was, and we played it one night when my kids were there. Now, my youngest one is 7. She's heard all those words, but to hear them on a record is something else. But it's really marvelous. It's great fun.
Thank you.
They really...
Personally, I've always been my favorite myself. Mutual Admiration Society going on here tonight, which is true. What's the new film about that comes out in April?
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting film. It's called Conversation. It's a film about the invasion of privacy and loneliness and kind of what happens to people who steep their lives in nefarious acts that are what I consider nefarious acts, or doing things that we have found out recently that are not too profitable. Wiretapping and that kind of thing. The interesting thing about it, we did this film in '72.
Pre-Watergate?
Yes, pre-Watergate. And Francis Coppola, who wrote it and also directed it, had written it 2 years prior to that. So he was really into this kind of invasion of privacy thing. And the story is, it's kind of an interesting story in that the main character gets involved in a case where he is generally been a very cold type person and has never really committed himself to that kind of thing.
Did you meet people during the filming of this thing who engage in this kind of thing?
We had
private investigators, whatever I guess you'd call them.
Well, of course, it's all illegal now, so there is no one like that, except that there are a couple of guys who say, well, I know a guy who knows somebody who can tell you about it, and there are a couple of manufacturers who I understand can only manufacture for the government. That's what they say. And so I met one of these experts, and he, matter of fact, he was with us on the film most of the time, and interesting guy in a lot of ways, because he really was an electronics expert, and I'm sure from his point of view, what he does is you know, a very valid job.
It's kind of frightening, isn't it, when you find out?
Yeah. He gave me a little
number
thing
of techniques that they can use that scare you to death.
He had a little thing, it was about the size of a matchbox. I had it at home, and I couldn't find it. I was going to bring it. But it was about the size of a matchbox, and a little antenna on it, and you could just put it in your pocket and go to somebody's house and drop it behind the studio couch and have it pre-tuned and go out in your car and take your portable radio.
Sit and listen
to conversation.
That's frightening.
Yeah, it really is. That kind of thing, to me, is really frightening.
There's also a little device if you go to somebody's house and you can take off the mouthpiece. You unscrew that and remove that little round disc in there, and you put in another one and put it back on. If the average person looked at it, it looks perfectly legitimate, and that you can go a few blocks away and it becomes a transmitter. Yeah. And you can listen to all the conversations.
We have a lot of that in the film. Matter of fact, we have that particular thing in the where another character talks about it, and it's interesting that well, you kind of, I've always believed that you reap what you sow, and I don't want to be very, you know, philosophical or Mr. Do-Gooder, but I really believe that finally the chickens come home to roost if you delve in that area if you're into somebody else's business, that finally it's going to happen to you. And it does to this man. You know, he doesn't get wiped out or anything, but you see that the kind of life that he has chosen to live as really done him.
Starts to affect him.
Yeah.
We have a short film clip from the conversation. So, Bobby, why don't you roll that? Watch the monitors here in the studio. And this is from Gene's new picture of the conversation. You know, McLean is exactly right what he says. That when you play a part, you can look so different. I had to sit there for a moment to realize that was you operating the equipment with a little bit different hairdo and the glasses and so forth. You actually
Well, it's fun to do that kind of thing. I should have set that up maybe for the audience in that...
That's an interesting technique, is what they're doing there.
Well, yeah, but that's a three... He had earlier had recorded that conversation in the park with three separate tapes, three separate units, and then was trying to mix it then and trying to piece it all together.
Right. We had somebody on the show a couple of years ago, and they had a device where they come in and they paint the wall of a room, for example, just to paint, and the paint itself became a transmitter. It had particles, certain kind of carbon particles or something, and just the paint on the wall was used as and whatever was said in that room could be transmitted just because the paint became like a microphone. Did you ever have your phone bugged or think it was bugged?
Yeah, well, I don't know this bug, but I'm just paranoid being in this business as long as we have to believe that everybody is listening to everything I say. I don't know, I get a lot of funny calls. I suppose you do too.
Yeah.
But, I have Wilt Chamberlain's old phone number, and
Yeah, you might get some strange calls there.
Calls there. We've since changed that, but I get a lot of calls where people just are breathing hard, and if it happened to my wife or one of my daughters, then I would understand that. But with me, I don't understand at all.
Somebody said they were going to do another Poseidon Adventure film, right?
That's what
and they wanted you in it, but didn't the character that you played had died?
Well, they called me about
How does Hollywood get around that?
And I said, well, yeah, but I got killed in the last 5 minutes of the film. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. Everyone's seen it, I suppose. But anyway, I got killed in the last 5 minutes. How are you going to? Well, we'll get around it. I said, well, I don't think so. And he said, well, listen, how about this? The survivors all got into the helicopter at the last beat of the film, 2 or 3, and the helicopter flies away, and that's the end of the film, right? Right. Okay, we opened up the new film with the survivors in the helicopter starting up, and they're 7 of them, or how many they're in the back. And from the cockpit of the helicopter comes this figure, and it's me. And the first thing I say is, did my brother make it? So I said, I think I'll pass.
Yeah. That's going back to the days when they used to have the serial Saturday afternoon that used to drive you crazy. Remember those? You'd go see the serial, and you'd see the guy at the end of that chapter, obviously in the car, go off a cliff into the river.
Dead, right?
Absolutely, 1,000 feet off of the road, and next week you run and you pay your dime. And they cut to the same scene, and just as the car goes, the guy jumps out the door, which they had never showed you at all before, and you sat there and you bought that, so this isn't any...
Will they be doing Poseidon meets the Wolfman with this?
Abbott and Costello.
Let me take a short break here. We will do this first, and right after this, we'll be back.